Hey there guys, it's Joey. So this is another one of the sort of crystal standing stone circle grids, I guess. It's a bit long-winded. And I really liked the one that I was using for protection, and I thought I would put together a different one for pathworking, pathwalking, or psychic awareness, and sort of a combination of those energies. And the idea is that this grid would help you if you were trying to discover purpose or move on to a different phase of your life, or if you're looking to answer some of the big questions, you know, like the who am I, and what's my goal, and what's my purpose, and things of that nature. If you're trying to connect to the divine and your higher self and trying to listen to lessons about who you want to be, and you're feeling a bit lost and where do I go from here, and I need some messages from a spiritual psychic vibe, then this is perfect for that. I really love the standing stone idea. I think it gives it a little bit something. A little bit something something. So again, it's in just a Pyrex dish. If you had a plain dish, you know you'd be fine. But this is the flattest one I own. So I use this one. And it's actually 3 layers in here. There is actually a salt layer, a lavender layer, and then another salt layer. And it has to be deep enough just so that your crystals, you know, your tumble stones can stand upright. Everything in here, apart from the 4 quartz and the middle, and these 2, although they are technically, are tumble stones, and they're just stood up in the herbal mixture, if you like. So we have a salt base and a lavender base. Now the salt base is for the obvious reasons. It's a great universal purifier. It keeps all your intentions pure. It's sort of almost like a psychic safety net, because it's basically making sure no negativity is interfering with your messages, none of your negative preconceptions or pre-ideas or worries or things are getting into it. It just, you know, just cleanses that all out, just purifies that all out. And then I added lavender, and I added lavender off my intuition. And at first I was like, intuition, are we sure? But it just felt right, and actually lavender fits the idea perfectly, because it can be used to stimulate the conscious mind and stabilise both the emotional and etheric planes. It cleans the environment of any energies floating around, neutralising negative energies. It has a purifying base as well. So it's basically stimulating your mind and stabilizing your emotions, and both of those things are really important when you are looking at pathworking, because you need your emotions to be calm. So if you're freaking out about the situation, that's not going to get into what the purpose of the crystal grid is for. So having a calming herb at the base actually works really well for grounding you and putting you off in the right direction. Another really great thing about this salt base is you can use it a lot like the Buddhist Zen gardens are used. You can draw symbols in this here really easily, and it means if you resonate with certain symbols more than other symbols, you can use the one that you best feel fits your path. So for me, I'd probably use Ogum now, because I love them and they work so well for me. But you might use the Nordic runes, you might use witch script, you might just write what you want to achieve, you know, life, pathworking. Okay, so I love the fact that you can just, you know, you can draw all your symbols in, and if you wanted to, you could put your first salt base on, draw your symbols in, imbue your herb, put your herb in, and then put the top layer of salt on. So then in the very centre we have an amethyst generator. This is my, it's actually my witch stick, witch mixing stick, but I'm using it like, I don't know, what would you call them, that teachers use? Oh, never mind, Joe, your brain is apparently not that good. Stick. Also, I very nearly told you all that this gives you a little salty extra, and I decided against it. Men, never ever tell never ever tell a woman that you're going to give her a salty extra. Right, onwards, quickly. This is an amethyst generator point. Amethyst for the crown chakra, connecting to the divine, the higher purpose, psychic awareness, and psychic messages. Amethyst generator points are not very expensive. They're pretty inexpensive to come by, and you can get smaller points of amethyst even cheaper. I think I paid £5 for my amethyst generator, which is inexpensive, especially in England, in terms of generator points. Then I have 4 clear quartz. They're points rather than generators. I mean, these are actually rough points, and they're only stood up like this because of the salt. Like the bases aren't flat like the generator is. In any other circumstance, I couldn't have those stood up, and I really love having the points pointing upwards. I love the idea of them focusing their energy upwards towards divinity in general, you know? I mean, technically divinity's all around us and all the way through us, but the symbolism helps, you know? And then interspersing the quartz, oh, the quartz, by the way, is for ramping everything up, amplification purposes, and they have a really good clearing and cleansing energy as well. I tend to find them as quite multi-purpose, but they do bring an extra little bit of oomph to everything, so I really enjoy having that, particularly around the main generator point, so it's basically amplifying everything going into and coming out of the generator point. So then we have, interspersing that, these beautiful dark purple crystals. You can only see 2 because the other 2 are hidden around the back of the crystal. This is charoite. Is used for endurance in adversity, awakening analytical abilities, imparting vigour and determination in overcoming obstacles. So these are 3 very separate reasons, and 3 separate energies, if you like, within the same crystal that are all ideal for pathworking. So you have endurance in adversity. So if the change, the pathworking is difficult to accomplish, it can help you hold on. Or if the situation you're going through right now, trying to find your path, trying to find your pathworking, trying to find your psychic awareness and opening up to your life goals or higher self, higher purpose. So that could be a really difficult situation. So it helps you get through that. It awakens analytical abilities. And a lot of people don't really think about their path in terms of analysing, like brain power and things, but when you really think about it, it's really, really useful to have, to be able to analyse a situation fully, to be able to make informed decisions with your logical mind, in balance with your emotional mind and your psychic abilities. And of course, that vigour and determination to succeed, that extra bit of a push. So then we have, there are 2 rose opal and 2 lepidolite. And I would have had all 4 the same, but I didn't have 4 rose opal and I didn't have 4 lepidolite at the time. So we went with 2 rose opal, which are used for the karmic stone. Teaches us what we put in, we get back, and helps us to realise our potential. So that's a fantastic stone all round for pathworking. And then lepidolite is this one here, and then one at the back which you can't see. So this one is hope and support in times of change, stone of transition, and helps balance our emotions and our head. So if we're getting very, very stressed out, if we're getting very, very emotionally stressed out about the situation, about the change, about not being able to instantly recognise our higher purpose, that we're getting lost, we're getting worried, we're getting frantic, lepidolite is a really, really fantastic stone to just calm you down, just level head you out, and give you the sort of support you need, whilst at the same time encouraging you to engage with that transition, engage with that change. Okay, and then the 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, as well as these 2, are Ametrine. So this is Ametrine sort of tumble with a much, much clearer look, I guess. Yeah, and it's you have to look really hard to see the citrine, and it is as it should be, rather than the heated amethyst. And then these are much darker, much more rich. These are more obelisk-y as well, and these were gifted to me. I've never seen any like this in England. I wanted the 2 obelisk-y ones on right on the outside. It sort of helps with the symmetry, the obelisk-y feeling, the standing stone feeling. So Ametrine enhances universal equilibrium, releases physical, mental and emotional blockages, balances and energizes. Ametrine for me is the balance of the spirit and the body. So citrine for me is the Energizer Bunny. You can put it with all your other crystals and it energizes everything. It energizes you, it gives you oomph and get-go and that solar energy. Like go, 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 you know? And then amethyst is your more ethereal, perhaps, in contact with spirits, a bit more of the psychic awareness. So for me, Ametrine balances the 2, and I really wanted that in this pathworking, because not only does it balance your mind and your emotions and things of that nature to help you physically engage with pathworking, but it also helps balance that psychic side. So it's both body and spirit. And then, finally, around the outside there are 1, 2, 3, and there's one down there off camera slightly, here is the one I'm completely and utterly obsessed with right now, ruby and lepidolite. So it incorporates the energies of lepidolite, that stone of transition, as well as balancing all those stresses with ruby. So as before, but also helps in overcoming lethargy, heightens awareness, heightens concentration and guards against fear. So not only does it have the calming energies of lepidolite to help you through change, but it helps you to overcome lethargies like the, oh, I can't be bothered, oh, I can't do it, oh, it kicks that in the butt, as well as heightening awareness and concentration, making you more aware of opportunities, of what your guides might be telling you, of what your own psychic abilities are telling you, as well as guarding against fear, which I think is really, really important, and that's why it encircles the whole thing, because fear, our own fear, is often what stops us from really engaging with our spiritual path. So yeah, that's all the meanings for you, and I really love the standing stone thing. I'm a little bit obsessed with it right now, so I thought I'd share another one. Many blessings.